Hey everybody, this is Cam Wisdom, and today we're going to go over Uncanny X-Men Annual number 11, and I really like and enjoy this annual, so let's just jump right into it. So we start off with Wolverine singing and he's drunk. We don't know why he got drunk this night, we don't know what it is, the X-Men don't know what it is, but it wakes them all up and they all come outside to meet him. They all talk a little bit and Wolverine winds up going to his room. Now, in the room, we find out that he got drunk because it was supposed to be his wedding anniversary to Mariko. And let me just start off by saying that this was a great Wolverine story. Great Wolverine story. It really focuses on him. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on here. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover this whole annual, but I'm really just more focused on the Wolverine aspect of this issue. We'll talk about this annual as well, but it's mainly about Wolverine. So later on, an intruder comes and winds up attacking Storm, and this alerts Psylocke because she has telepathic abilities and that's how she's aware of the situation. All the X-Men, they rush out and they're trying to find out what happens, and it turns out that a mutant named Horde has attacked them. So he talks for a little bit, taunts him a little bit, they do a little banter, and then Dazzler pretty much leads the attack against them. She throws the first punch and the X-Men follow, and all of their attacks, they wind up doing absolutely nothing. Horde tells them that he wants to steal a legendary treasure, and it's called the Crystal of Ultimate Vision. And this crystal, man, I really love this story and what happened with this crystal and stuff. So let's keep going on. Storm asks him why does he not do it himself since he's strong, because he's like, why do you need us? We don't, we can't even beat you. Why do you need us to go into this crystal thing and into this fortress and try to get this crystal of ultimate vision for you? You're stronger than us. You don't need to use us. I mean, why don't you just do it yourself? And his whole point is he just doesn't want to get his hands dirty. So he's pretty much just using them so he doesn't have to do any of the work, because to be fair, Horde is stronger than them right now. He's proven it. So everyone's like, why don't you just go and do it yourself? Anyway, we get to Storm asking why they should help, because after all, he did just attack them, and he says if not, then he will destroy their world. And Psylocke's able to read his mind and finds out that this is actually the truth and he's done this to other worlds. With that in mind, they pretty much have no choice and they have to go and arrive in the Citadel, and this is where the Crystal of Ultimate Vision is. And what this whole Citadel is kind of like a big trap, and the trap is that it will give you your heart's desire and it'll trap them in that dream. And it's a great dream to be trapped in, but you leave reality. So you'll be happy, but you'll be living a fake lie and a fake dream, and it's not really real. And that's a very just great trap for anything. Give the person what they want and it winds up being their downfall because it's not real, it's just an illusion. Now, it shows a lot of the different X-Men's dreams and what they want, but we're really going to focus on Wolverine because that's like the main story of this. And what it reveals for Wolverine is that he wants Mariko and a happy life in Japan. But the Citadel's trap, it winds up backfiring on them because Mariko is now this crazy type of rebel style, which is something that Logan enjoys, but he knows that's not Mariko. He's able to realize that this isn't real. As his senses at first told him that this was real, this was really a real thing, even though he kinda wasn't fooled by it. But once your senses and everything is telling you yes, you kinda give into that temptation. Once that happens, this of course alerts him that something's wrong and he's gonna have to get out of this illusion, this trap. And we skip to Horde, and he's now battling with Psylocke, and he's going after both Wolverine and Storm. He's trying to get there because the crystal is not far away at this point. And Wolverine now knows that Horde's coming. He's able to get out of the trap, the dream, and he pushes Storm into her own dream because she had escaped it before too. But now that Horde's coming, Wolverine pushes her into this like illusion type of thing, and she goes back into her fantasy and her dream. He does this so she doesn't have to fight Horde just in case he loses. If he loses, then he'll just lose and Storm won't have to suffer anything because she'll at least be happy. She'll be in a happier place even if the whole thing goes bad. And Horde is pretty much beating Wolverine's ass. He's just kicking his ass right now, and he goes to tear Wolverine's heart out of his chest. And when that happens and he tears his heart out, the blood winds up dropping on this crystal. And what this crystal does is cause Wolverine to heal. Once he has enough power, he can heal from a drop of blood or one cell. Wolverine takes the crystal from Horde, and without it, Horde fades away, because that crystal on top of his head is like this power that, well, it gives him his power, and without it, he can't sustain himself, and that's pretty much the end of Horde. And now that the crystal has given him this power to not only beat Horde, but it's given him literally the power of a god, and Wolverine can create and destroy life now. He has a power of a god in his hand, and he even realizes this is too much power and it has to be destroyed. It's too tempting, and he needs to destroy it so nobody else will be able to ever touch it. He destroys the crystal of ultimate vision to get rid of this temptation, and he destroys the crystal even though it might wind up losing the X-Men forever, because he had the power to bring the X-Men back, but once he destroys that crystal, it's over. He can't bring them back anymore. Thankfully, the X-Men wake up in their homes, and at first they think it's a dream, but after they compare stories, they find out that this really did happen. But what they didn't know is that Wolverine gave up all this power and all of this potential he could have had. At the end of the story, though, we find out that if he had did this, it would have been a huge trap, because it shows that the races that have done this, that have accepted the crystal's power, they stay in the same place. They're not allowed to evolve, and they're just stagnant. Nothing happens for them. But the race that actually gives the crystal away, they're able to realize their full potential and evolve. And that's a really amazing story to me, because Wolverine gave up all of this power and it wound up being the right thing. And a lot of people wouldn't give up this power. And to see somebody as savage and beastly as Wolverine give that up, because it's actually the exact opposite of what you would think he would do, because you think he's just this savage monster and beast. This showed a different side and showed him why he's more of a hero than this monster that's just going around killing people. And yeah, anyway, that's it. And please subscribe. I want to talk about more stories like this, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. Anyway, like I said, subscribe again and play that beat.